Hello, it's Ivy from SpeakPro IELTS. Welcome to the IELTS speaking series. In this video, we're gonna take a look at a Part 2 cue card, Describe a Street. Describe a street that you would like to visit, where it is, how often you go there, what you like to do there, and why you like to go there. Notice that the high scoring vocabulary I'm going to use in this video is highlighted, and you can find a list of all the vocabulary carefully explained and translated into Vietnamese in the description box below the video. So before you continue watching the video, you may want to go to the description box and familiarize yourself with the vocabulary. It's going to be easier for you to catch up with me. In addition, what you can find in this video is step-by-step instructions to deal with all the guiding questions, together with a complete sample answer at the end of this video. Now, without further ado, let's get started. Question 1. Where the street is. Do not jump into the location immediately. Instead, you should introduce the type of the street that you want to talk about. There are various types. Because we don't have enough time to go through all of the words here, I've prepared a short list of some of the most common types that you may want to consider. For example, we have thoroughfare, side street, boulevard, avenue, highway, lane, and trail. We also have shopping streets and pedestrian streets. Now it comes to the location. If the street is located in the same city as the one you're living in, then you may want to say how far the street is from your neighborhood. For example, you can say, oh, it's about 2 kilometers away from my house. You may want to give some extra information if necessary and if you have time. For example, if the street is the longest street in the country, you say, it's about 20 kilometers long, if I'm mistaken. If there's something special about the name of the street, you may say something like this. The street is named after a national hero, and that's a special feature. Question 2. How often you go there? At when. When you answer the question about how often you do something. Actually, I've prepared some sentences that you may want to consider using. It's the route that I take to get to work on a daily basis. We say take a route or go on a route. A daily basis means every day. I take the street once in a while when I want to access the city center. Once in a while means sometimes. I've been to that famous street just once on my last vacation in the US. Well, this is what you can say when you want to describe a street that you cannot go to on a frequent basis. So you can mention how many times you've been there and when the last time was. Question 3, what you like to do there. Notice that the question is about what you like to do. We don't necessarily like what we do all the time. So the idea here is to talk about what we do as a habit and what we like to do. When you go on a street, you usually try to drive through it as fast as possible so you can get to the destination, like work. And you can say that you walk to the bus stop, which is located on that street, to catch a bus to work. When it comes to things that you may enjoy doing when you are walking or driving on the street, here's some ideas. To admire the colorful flowers or the bright lights on the sides of the street. To stroll along the street for a breath of fresh air and a breezy evening. And finally, you drop by a roadside cafeteria for breakfast on the way to work. A roadside cafeteria is one which is located on one side of a street. Finally, why you like to go on that street. Here are some of the most common reasons that I can think of. Firstly, you may like a street because it's a convenient route. I mean, it may be the shortest way to get to a place, or it's a one-way street with not so many vehicles, so it's really easy for you to travel through. And also, you may want to talk about safety. There are some crash barriers, medians, and speed bumps that make cars and motorcycles to slow down. Or you may enjoy the beauty of the buildings or the trees on the two sides of the street. Finally, you may say that you like the peace and quiet there because there are not a lot of vehicles or people, especially in late evenings. Or in contrast, you may like the hustle and bustle of the street with a lot of shops, restaurants, and other kinds of entertainments on the two sides. Now, let's put everything together. Describe a street that you would like to visit. I'd like to talk about ABC Street, which is a thoroughfare in my city. What I want to add is the street is named after a national hero in my country. Actually, this is the route that I take to get to work on a daily basis. And also, once in a while, I take this street when I want to access the city center because it's the shortest way I know. What I like to do there? Well, I drop by a roadside cafeteria on that street for breakfast on the way to work almost every day. And when I'm not in a hurry, I sometimes glance at the colorful flowers on the sides of the street as I drive along it. And a breezy evening, maybe I feel like strolling along the pavement of the street and have a breath of fresh air and admire the flowers. Well, I have to say that this street is one of my favorites in my city. For one thing, it's a convenient route. I mean, it's a shortcut to my workplace and a one-way street with light traffic. That's why I rarely get stuck in traffic jams there. For another thing, the street is really beautiful, tree-lined and shady, so it's very comfortable to go on that street. Alright, that's it for today. But before we say goodbye, I'd like to introduce to you some of the most famous and fabulous streets in the world. Let's take a look and admire. Once again, I'm Ivy from SpeakPro IELTS. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Until next time, don't forget to practice. Bye!